Welcome back to the channel Lucky Life Mallorca. I'm Andrew and today I'm in Santa Ponsa. Well, everybody knows when they come down to Santa Ponsa, the beach is absolutely packed. It can't be much busier than what it is today. The sea is absolutely chock-a-block. Loads of people in the sea, and as well as on the beach itself. You can hire pedlos, you go for a swim, a paddle, or just go and enjoy yourself. The decision is yours when you're in Santa Ponsa. Well, everybody knows how busy the beach gets and the shops during the day, but my whole purpose here today is to see exactly what happens when the lights start going down, i.e. what happens at night, how busy do the restaurants and the bars get, and all the rest of it all. So I'm going to take a little walk around this evening when the lights go down, so catch back with us later. So I was advised just to come up the little road a little bit from the beach I was at, and just behind the square you've got like a little valley which I'm at now. And up here you can see the sun going down absolutely beautifully. This is just behind the square and around some of these side roads. I managed to find it in the end, so I thought how beautiful to come and see the sunset. Just round there, that's the main Santa Ponsa beach I started. Apparently it does get quite busy around here with people coming to see the sunset. So it must be worth coming, for a better word, mustn't it? Nice little bar down there, I'll be able to get myself a little drink. And Bulgaria's just round the corner from now. It even looks so nice with the clouds, doesn't it? It's only been a few more minutes now till it's down completely, isn't it? There you go, and that's sunset now. The sun has gone behind the mountains. And it's just, everybody's had a big cheer. I can still hear them cheering over there actually. So it's gone very red now, hasn't it? You can see that for yourself. So many people here watching this, it's lovely. Night night Santa Ponsa. Night night Mallorca. The sun's going down. I'm standing just round the back of the square. And we're just gradually watching the sun go down. Apart from doing a video on my YouTube, I'm also doing it on Facebook Live as well. So if you fancy looking at the sunset one day, as I say, I'm in the middle, the square is above us, up there. So we're in the middle road. And then just before this cycling hotel, as I call it, there's a set of steps. Quite a few steps. So you walk down those steps and then go past the hotel, the little restaurant thing, and then don't turn off, just follow your nose and you'll find out where the most beautiful sunset is on the island. So I've come back into the square. I've taken the first turning on the right hand side and then brings us on to the beach road, which will take us to the beach.
And if you saw the Santa Ponsa film I made with Christine, my mother-in-law, about how he got around on an electric scooter, this is the only place we failed just here because of these steps coming down. Apart from these steps, we actually got round the whole of Santa Ponsa easily. So if you haven't actually walked around this path before, it's a lovely path. It brings us back all around the front of these hotels and things, right next to the sea itself, the beach. And you can see the port just in the distance. So now I've arrived at the end of the path and on the beach, and it's next to the restaurant that's there. So the plan now is just to have a little look around now it's gone dark. See how many restaurants, pubs and so on are open. It is a Saturday. Not that it makes much difference when you're on holiday, does it? But as I'm saying, I have walked around a little bit earlier when it was light, and there does seem to be a lot more happening than what there was last time I was here a few months ago. The time now is 20 to 9.
Why don't you come back?
So as you can hear, it's fairly noisy tonight. But the football was on earlier, so I expect that's help fuel the alcohol, should I say. Last time I was here along this part, up to the roundabout and turn right, there was nothing open at all apart from a couple of restaurants. So this does make it sound a lot different, and it makes it feel a lot different actually as well. So the supermarkets are open, the bars are open, the restaurants. There's atmosphere here with people singing. So I was saying I was here about, July, just before July I was here last, the end of June. And it certainly looks a lot different than what it did then. Makes it look a lot different when there's people in there, doesn't it? Music playing, people having fun and things. To me, that's how it all should look, especially in the evening. And the Crazy Golf is open as well. Oh, there's a little arcade behind there with a few pool tables and different things. And a little restaurant takeaway down below. That's not bad, is it? £7 for an adult, €7 for an adult, €5 for a child. I mean, it's not bad, is it, these days, really, as things go. And this is the end of what's happening along this side. So I'm going to turn myself around now. I'm going to get back to the tree on the roundabout and I'll walk over the other side. I shall be walking up to the square again, where we saw the sun set a few minutes ago. I'll be walking up to the square, having a look at what's happening in the square. You know, if there's any music or sort of restaurants open, that sort of thing, just to get everybody a general feeling how what's opened over in Santa Ponsa in the beginning of September. seems to be a lot of restaurant food places open, takeaways and things like that. So I mean, it's all the time people are eating and drinking. The shops, the restaurant bars and so on are taking some money, aren't they? So that is a good thing to help carry them through the winter. I know we walked past Infinity, the club, but actually that is the first club, for a better word, that's been playing loud music that I've actually heard for a long, long time. It does make it look a lot different, doesn't it? It really does. It makes it feel that it's open for business again, doesn't it? I mean, when shops are closed or more closed than open, it does make you feel that it's not open for business, which was a dreadful shame, even for the locals as well as the tourists, because everybody needs a job and everybody needs a drink, don't they? It's nice sometimes to go to a tourist place rather than the locals. So I would really say now, by walking around when it was light and now when it's dark, that there are more places open, shops, restaurants, bars, that sort of thing, than what there are closed. So I think it's looking very positive. I'm not going to do the steps tonight. There are about 800 steps. They're well worth looking up. I've done them several times. It's a beautiful view from the top, but obviously being dark, there won't be much of a view. So let's carry on. Let's go. As I say, the hotels are all in light. They're not painted windows, you know. So that looks a lot better, I think. If the hotels are light, there's people in them, there's people out spending money. It's looking very positive for everyone, isn't it, who's connected with the tourists. It, to me, doesn't look any different now than what it did before COVID. Of course, people are cautious, should I say. They are sitting a distance, but that is just the way we're going to have to get used to it, isn't it, for a better word. You know, we're going to have to get used to the change. But of course, if there are a lot of people around, it's not compulsory to wear a mask when you're out walking now. Another one waving. So I was saying it's not compulsory to wear your mask anymore. But if you don't feel at ease because it is a lot of people around, it really is a good idea to still put your mask on. There were a good lot of chemists and things that are doing your test for you. So you really don't have to worry about where do I get the tests. There's lots of them I've passed along the way. And there's lots of steps. If you're up here, you fancy going down to the beach. Plenty of supermarkets everywhere. If you're here, you fancy a drink or a few nibbles. And when you get further up towards the square, the shops, restaurants do get a little bit further in between, should I say. But there's still enough to grab yourself something to eat. So even where there aren't any shops, there are hotels here which put a little bit of light on the road, and there are some street lights. So it's not really completely dark the whole walk. and there is a good bus service. I was saying, it's the whole island's a really well connected up bus service, and they're all a nice new fleet of buses, so they are very clean and roadworthy, should I say, because I remember some places I've been to, they are a bit strange, to say the least. So this is the square itself. As you can see, it's well lit up. There's bars in here, it's a fish and chip shop, and a few other places. There's a couple of other pubs outside and so on and so forth. This bar shop. As I said, it does really feel that you are somewhere here. It's got like a energy. I think that's the word I'm looking for. You feel the energy in here from people. And when I saw this the sunset, we were just over the other side of here, really. So you can see here, it's definitely something here, isn't there, for everyone, with the bouncy castles, the children's rides, a few bars and different things. So this is the square. So that's a square for you. As I was saying, just outside here around the corner, there's a taxi rank, a bus stop and different things. There's another bar around here and a spa shop. So it's well worth coming up just to have a look in the square, because I said it did have a lot of energy, I must admit. I did feel the energy as we came in. It was very nice, let's put it that way. So I've come back to the beach road again, next to the beach, with a roundabout with a tree next to me, and Burger King Cross Road. So I'm going to take a little walk down here to see what's really happening down this way. I'm going to walk along, have a look at some of the local bars, and just sort of just get a general feel for the other side of Santa Ponsa. So I've joined the beach path, which will bring us through to a few more little cafe bars, that sort of thing. And then we'll have a look, see what's open with those. And then we'll walk through to the centre with the roundabout, where the taxis and buses rank just there. We'll have follow the road up, past the Pirates Village, see if that's open. And then we'll see what's open just round that area there with the local bars. And then we'll take a walk back to the car. So I've come out the beach path and I've turned right, and there's, as far as I can see in front of me, there are lights, so there are restaurants, shops and everything open as far as I can see, which does look very promising. So I'm just going to do a U-turn now, cross the road and walk back the other way. And I'm really pleasantly surprised the amount I have seen shops and things like that are actually open during my walkabout today. It's been really pleasant to see people out and spending money, enjoying themselves, in the restaurants open, and the bars and clubs and the rest of it all. But just how it's trying to get over it once and for all. Fingers crossed. So following down here, there's still the lights on. As I've seen when I was last here, I don't think any of this was open at all. But it's really nice, and see they were sort of having a daytime special offer on meals. A lot of them are trying to promote the business with bringing up specials and things. And this is the watering hole, which has got a lovely swimming pool at the back. Steak pie and chips, €10. As I said, it's at the moment there's a lot of people doing a lot of special offers, so it's well worth looking around and to see what there is before you before you do, because everybody needs that little bit of your money, don't they? And this is busy as well. There's our bar on the corner. This is the square now, where you have the restaurant. Not restaurants. You have the buses and the taxis come here, don't you? Just there. And then you have all these shops around here. So there's another load of restaurants just approaching now, and there seems to be plenty for everyone, especially in the evening. I don't know what it's like during the day, but at the moment each bar seems to have a good amount of people, which is nice, isn't it? So just followed on the other side of the roundabout, and this is why I always call the local shops, because a lot of these restaurants and things do actually open all year round. So I always think this is aimed more for the local market than what it is for the holiday makers. But obviously this time of year the holiday makers do make it for the local shops, don't they? You can definitely see that this is the more of the proper shops, if you know what I mean, for the town. The tourist shops are still open, like that one there on the right. But looking at the other shops, apart from restaurants and things, most of the places here are in darkness. So yes, I would definitely say that this road is for the locals. And we're just passing now Pirates Village, but it's all in darkness. So, and even the front door is still got fencing on it, so it definitely hasn't even been opened or probably looked at all this year, which is a shame, isn't it? Hopefully next year might be a different story. It's a huge hotel. So it's probably, the town's probably missing the numbers that Pirate Village brings in of tourists. So it's not much to see further up. So what I've done, I've crossed the road and I'm making me way back down to the centre where the taxi rank is and the bus stop, things like that. Then I'll do a right, head up the seafront road, as it were, see what's open up that way, an array of hotels, bars, etc. And then we'll then finish the film there. So we're back down to the centre again with the taxi rank is and the buses and all of those. And then we're just going to have a look at what shops are open around here. On my immediate right, we've got this big shop that when I was last down here wasn't open. That was the end of June-ish, beginning of July. But it's open now, so it's a good sign. Got these restaurants just here. There's lots of restaurants here this time open. Nice to see so many people, isn't it? It really is nice to see so many people eating and enjoying the shops that are open. There's restaurants up the side streets, all open. So there's only tourist shops are open, as you can imagine. It's now 20 to 10. Nice to see the all the restaurants open, isn't it, and things. It does, as I said so many times during this film, it does add to the atmosphere. And I think it's the atmosphere that makes the holidays important, isn't it? It makes you love your holidays for the atmosphere. Now this is a very impressive hotel, isn't it? It was open last time I was here, but it looked very quiet, should I say. But it's definitely picked up this last couple of months. as far as the whole town has, isn't it, Santa Ponsa? They've even got a little market here. It's only about half a dozen stalls, but it still looks nice, doesn't it? I think to have a few stalls as you're walking up towards having your dinner. And we've got Burger King across the road from here. Another little cafe stroke ice cream bar. Just here in a pizza restaurant. So I think that's just about my walk completed. Well, I do hope you enjoyed tonight's film. A little walk around Santa Ponsa in the dark. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget my Facebook page, Love and Life Mallorca. And I'll see you next time, guys. Take care of yourselves and bye for now.